In this video, we will show you how to install your Shakespeare antenna. Generally, methods are the same regardless of antenna type, from VHF, AM/FM, AIS, and CB. The job can easily be done with one person, but an additional hand never hurts. Overall install time varies by configuration and experience, but generally takes 45 minutes to an hour. The components you'll need are a mount and mounting hardware, 4184 cable pass-through hardware, an antenna tester, antenna and coax cable. Depending on your antenna and coax configuration, there are 3 connection types: Shakespeare's Easy Route system with Easy Route connector, a crimp-on style connector, a solder style connector. Tools needed include tape measure, drill bits, Phillips head screwdriver, solder and soldering iron, wire stripper, and marine-grade sealant. A flashlight and vacuum are also helpful. Step 1. Choose the location of your antenna and radio. Different boats provide different options for mounting locations. Mount the antenna as high as possible for maximum range. On fishing-style boats with T-top mounted rod holders, ensure that the antenna lays down in between the rod holders when stowed. On this boat, we've elected to install the antenna on the left side of the T-top and the VHF radio inside of the overhead electronics box. Many boats may require routing cables through tubing or other portions of the boat to connect the antenna and radio locations. Step 2. Drill holes for both the mount and coax cable. Measure for proper distance on both the bottom and top of the T-top. If you're not experienced working with fiberglass, it's helpful to place masking or painter's tape over the fiberglass and drill slowly to create clean holes and prevent fiberglass chipping. Step 3. Ensure the Shakespeare 4184 cable pass-through hardware is installed on the coax cable with the appropriate included rubber grommet. Install the Shakespeare 4184 hardware with sealant and screw it down to secure. Apply ample amounts of adhesive sealant to the holes. Place the provided rubber base in between the mounting surface and mount. Ensure the handle is facing outward for easy access to raise and lower your antenna. Install your bolts and nuts and tighten with moderate force. Step 4. Thread the antenna onto the mount. It helps to wind some of the coax around the antenna to counteract the clockwise twisting that occurs when threading the antenna into the mount. It's very important to test that there is enough coax cable above the 4184 hardware to have enough slack to be able to fully raise and lower the antenna without any extra tension or pulling on the cable. There is an adjustment bolt in the middle of the mount to properly orient the antenna vertically to account for any curvature or angle in the mounting surface. Step 5. Wrap excess cable to stow away out of sight where appropriate. When coiling cable, ensure it is done loosely to avoid any crimping of the coax. If desired, the coax cable can be cut down, but a minimum of 3 feet must be left for proper performance. Step 6. Depending on your coax cable and preferences, there are 3 different PL259 connector types to install for connecting the cable to your radio. The Easy Route style of connector simply threads onto a pre-installed FME connector on the end of the coax cable. The Easy Route connector is a mini FME connector on the end of the coax cable. It is the same diameter as the coax, so it allows easy routing of the cable through the boat. The solderless crimp-on style connector is installed by sliding on the collar first, then the rubber O-ring, followed by the connector, crimping the connector evenly all the way around. Complete installation by screwing the sleeve back over the connector. Connector sold separately. The solder style connector. Slide doodad, coupling ring, and reducing adapter onto the cable in the order and orientation shown. Prepare the cable. Fan the braid back and trim it to 3/8 of an inch. Strip the insulation from the center conductor. slide the metal washer and the Teflon spacer onto the cable. Position the adapter flush with the front edge of the cable's outer jacket and fold the braid back over the end of the adapter. Gently twist the center conductor to bind any loose strands and carefully apply a very thin, even layer of solder to it. Screw the reducing adapter into the connector body tightly and solder the tip to the center connector. Solder the braid to the body through the holes. Trim off any excess center conductor. Screw the coupling ring on and slide the doodad cable strain relief snugly onto the rear of the completed connector. Connect and test your device. Shakespeare, when it matters most.